Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to our review channel where we're going to be reviewing a number of probably more than likely black shows, but anything that's like pop culture right now, that's going to be what we're getting into. So that's just going to be like how we do things around here moving forward. My name is EK. You probably know me from my other channel with Kush America, coming up on 4,000 subscribers. Go ahead and make sure I have the description and I have the link in the description. Make sure you go hit a sub there. Make sure you hit a sub here. You may also know me from rap music. I've been rapping and shit. I've been on the scene. I get around and shit. I'm here today with my beautiful co-host
Chyila.
And like I said, we're gonna get into these reviews. So today, we didn't do it last week because we've been fucking around, but now we're gonna get serious. So we're coming in on episode 2 of Lovecraft Country, and this is a show that you showed to me. Where did you find this? Where did you hear about this show from?
I heard about this show. I watched a trailer on YouTube, and I watched it weeks ago, but I thought we watched it together, but you said we didn't. You didn't remember the show was coming out, but I saw it because it was a Jordan Peele trailer. So I watched it about 2 months ago. I
fuck with Jordan Peele. I fuck with all his movies. Mm-hmm. Us was amazing. Get Out was amazing. I liked for the most part what he did with the Twilight Zone series, but I feel like he had limitations and stuff, which is why he moved to doing this and had his own little thing where he can have his own organic stories, and maybe he wanted to continue along a story path. So he's like a TV show. Fuck it.
And it's unedited too, because it's on HBO versus just regular TV, TBS or whatever it was on.
Facts. All right, so just a brief recap. Do you remember let's just a recap from episode 1.
Episode 1, it introduced the characters. It shows us who everybody is. Tick, Leti, and Uncle George, and they go on an adventure to find Tick's dad. Mm-hmm.
And it lets us know from the beginning that it's going to be a very racially conscious show. Yes. Where where he's like the whole part where he's trying to escape from the police officer, like that had everybody on edge. I'm pretty sure it had every black person at least on edge. White people, y'all gotta let me know how you feel about that. But I'm pretty sure that all my white friends that have at least grown up from the areas that I've grown up with probably been in most of the kind of same kind of situation where the police are finally trying to do some bullshit and you're trying to get the fuck out of there. But like, it's just, and then not only the police, but the citizens, like everything. So they go through that, go through this whole, and then it turns left, it goes sci-fi.
It does.
These vampire dogs pop up, ripping the police in half, all this high adventure.
Animals with multiple eyes on their entire body.
Right, vampires. We're using that term loosely here.
Yeah.
They pop up. So they pop up at the house. So the episode 2 starts off where they're starting off at the house.
Yes.
And what appears to be Leti and the uncle waking up, but Tick didn't seem like he was asleep.
No, he didn't get any rest that night.
He was in
his head all night.
He was sitting in a chair.
He was in his head all night
when we first seen him.
Yeah, when it first comes on, he's just in there reminiscing about what happened last night, and they're just getting dressed and taking the house in with what it has to offer, or at least the room.
Anyway. Yeah. So they don't remember. So we speculated. Well, you noticed that he didn't go to sleep, so you thought that maybe their sleep was what was causing them to forget, or
at first, until I learned that it was a spell or a cast that she put on them. At first, I thought that's what it was. I thought that them going to sleep just swiped their memory of it.
Yeah.
Because they looked like they got rest. Maybe they didn't. They didn't look concerned like
they both woke up in the bed. That's for sure. And, they both woke up with all that stuff around them that was theirs. Like, the girl, she woke up with clothes that fit her. The dude woke up with his books. But Tick didn't wake up with anything. Like, he just was just like, he didn't have anything. They just were like, just chill here. And he was just like, all right.
Right. Nothing to take his mind off of last night. Nothing to take his mind off for a second.
Right. He just was, he was really in his head.
Yes. So, okay. So, that's from what we know from the beginning. But I wanted to touch base on something that you said about Jordan Peele. You liking his shows. You said last week that you were afraid when the police was chasing him. And I wanted to point out that I had watched a review on somebody's channel, and they had mentioned that they were scared of it, and not because of the monsters, because of the white cop chasing the black people. And that was really scary. So I wanted to just point that out because I was thinking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, because there's multiple angles of terror that he's working at. Like he has the sci-fi angle, he has the what black people think is scary, and then what white America would consider scary with the vampire dogs and stuff like that. They have to he has to pull things that are not of this earth because there's nobody harassing white people just to stop them from doing things.
Hunting, right? They're not hunting white people.
All right. So the next thing is, so they get him into this house with this Draco Malfoy looking motherfucker. Like he's in here saying all these things, telling him all these stories and stuff, and he shows him this picture. And the guy Titus, I'm like, bro, this guy's he's like Illuminati or KKK. He has like this hood and he's like wardrobed out, and I'm like, come on, bro, I already know where this is going.
I don't know, when I first saw Titus, I didn't think anything negative about them. I thought something negative of the house, but not of him. So I didn't get that same reaction initially.
You need to turn on your radar. That's how you get caught in situations like Get Out. You need to turn your radar on.
Yeah.
Turn that radar on. Beep. That's how you get got. So anyways, so they proceed forward and everybody's acting like they're all clueless. He has to re-explain to them about the vampires.
Right. They wake up, they are like, what happened last night? No one remembers what happened except him.
Right.
Except Tick. He's the only one who recalls.
He has to point out to them that it's also weird that they just happen to be perfectly accommodated in the situation that they woke up in.
For example, the uncle waking up with his favorite books in the room.
Right. And the girl waking up with all the dresses that fit to her body size, which...
Perfect.
There's a million different body sizes of a woman. Like, how do you have her exact fit and everything? You know what I mean?
And she said fit like a glove, so it fit perfect.
Right. And then, so then not only that, so then after he reminded them and all that, they kind of remember, kind of didn't. The day kind of progressed
at all. They didn't even remember at all because
oh, go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said they didn't remember at all because even when they walked outside to the car wasn't wrecked. So they were like, why would he make that up?
Right.
It was blood in the car.
The day progressed kind of fastly. They saw the vampire dogs again, and then instantly forgot.
Yeah, they immediately forgot. They were like, why are we all dirty? Why are we all dirty?
I was like, what?
Yeah.
I was like, but yeah, so that immediately dispelled where we were like, oh, okay. They're just because they're asleep because they didn't go to sleep that time. It instantly happened.
Yeah, that wiped that instantly. Yeah.
So you know what ended up happening, right?
Yeah, she put a cast on them.
Yeah, she cast a spell on them.
So they wouldn't remember what happened before.
So shit. What about those rooms?
Okay. Yes. All right. The rooms made them see something different. All three of them. They all saw something different, which was scary. What do you think about the rooms?
Well, at first, I was like. You noticed that wasn't his current wife.
Yeah, no, that's not the one from the beginning. Not from episode 1.
And then he was like, he noticed what was up. But at first I was like, well, I thought it was fantasies because it was him with his old wife and he seemed to be cool. And it was her with Tick. And so I was like, oh, it's fantasies. But his was him fighting a girl who I was like, what? But then she was a Viet Cong. So he was fighting somebody from the war that he was in. And then it was like, it was his psyched out thing because he felt bad about it having to kill women and children in the Vietnam War because that's what people had to do because that's what they were fighting against, like just random women, children, old people in the village popping up on you, shooting and shit. So he feels bad about that deep down. He was fucked up when he came outside from that shit, when he came out of the room.
Yeah.
So they had all these fools in there all locked up, looking all crazy. My main question is, what did that cow give birth to? Because it was not a calf.
I don't know.
I was trying to look at his face. I was like, maybe it is a calf. And I was like, nah, calf don't make that noise.
Yeah, you kept saying it may have been a calf. I'm like, no, but it looked like one of them those dirt monsters. Those things that crawl in the dirt.
Oh, one of the vampires?
Yeah, is that what they are, vampires?
That's what he said. I just what I'm calling them because that's what they loosely have dubbed it. I'm not saying that it's a vampire. That's no vampire I've seen.
Yeah, no, and that's why I wasn't calling them vampires. I was calling them monsters, and like the little monsters that was in the ground. But I don't know. That's what it looked like. The cow gave birth to me was the monster.
Yeah, that was weird. And then the human just was like holding it.
Yes. So wait, rewind. Okay, so another thing that was really weird to me was that Fitzgerald from freaking
Scandal
cut his side and gave it to people. What was that about?
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I wrote that down.
He was in there screaming all loud, acting all extra. I'm like, why the fuck did they bring them here for this?
But what was the sacrifice of them eating his insides? What was the point of it? I didn't understand that. Did you?
Bruh, I didn't even put that together till right now. I thought that they were just eating like, I thought they were just eating like fried blood or something.
No, he said, this is me offering myself to you.
Yeah, no, I understood that, but I didn't think that they were eating. I forgot that was him on the table that they took that out of, because I wasn't even like, it wasn't even. Once I found out it was Fitz, it like blew my mind, and I thought that guy was dead. So like in my mind, I just was like, oh, this nigga gonna die. They're taking this nigga's spleen out, and then I saw him sew him back up. It just I fucked up. Yeah. I forgot all about that shit.
I was like, hold on, rewind, because we're jumping the gun. But what was that? Because I didn't understand the sacrifice. All those white people being there, and the 2 black people on the side who were obviously not wanted. He like, don't you eat that? And I don't think he wanted to eat it. I don't think he wanted to eat it. But thank God, Uncle stepped up and said something like, he is in charge. He the HNIC. Y'all can listen and leave, and they did, but I didn't understand.
I'm glad they left with no problems.
Me too.
I thought they was gonna be like, oh, but they. I mean, they kind of left with no problems, but they didn't. They came back and still got him.
Yeah, they did. They did.
They put the hexagon on this nigga, bro. Had this nigga screaming and shit. What the fuck was that all about? They opened up that gate.
What you talking about?
When they were hexing him, and he had to run out.
Oh, that's towards the end, though.
Oh, okay. So what's next? What happened after that? What happened after?
Okay, so another good part, the part when the car ran into the invisible wall.
Oh man, bro, what movie were we watching where that just happened? Where he tried to jump the cabin? What was that? The cabin in the woods?
Yeah, it was Thor.
Oh yeah, with Thor. Yeah, this nigga, they tried to jump the thing, bro. That was straight out of a page out of their book, bro.
Yeah.
These niggas, they thought they was gone. I was like, oh yeah, they got away. I was like, yeah, these niggas crashing that shit hard.
And then it reminded me of our accident because they ran into an invisible wall, and we ran into a wall. So all I could do is remind me of our accident.
Yeah, and they
like big time.
And you can tell it fucked them up because that car, those old cars are heavy, thick metal, and that shit crunched. They shit.
And they was all days getting out.
They got out.
And what about them shooting Leti?
Oh my God, that was the stupidest part of this episode. Jesus. So so he got out, he shot the girl, he shot Leti, then he shot the uncle. Then Leti died right there on the scene.
Right.
And the uncle never died, never closed his eyes, never nothing. Then Leti woke up not shot. And the uncle's bullet was real. And I thought Leti was dead. My original note was like, do you guys think Leti is really dead? And then she was alive before I could even, okay, I was like, all right, well then let me get rid of that. And I'm like, what? Fucking uncle?
Yeah, I was wondering about that too. Why was her bullet fake or not real and his bullet was? Like, and I'm kind of upset about losing Uncle
I'm
George.
highly upset. Especially
Uncle George was a great asset.
Especially in trade off for fucking dudes from The Wire, man. No, bro.
Oh, yeah, no, they did. They killed off a character to add a character, which I really don't like.
I love the uncle.
I did too.
So my new question, do you think the uncle is really dead?
I don't know. Because they said if he performed the ritual, that he would save him.
Do you think he's really dead? Do you think they're really outside of all the grounds? Like, because she's already had them in a mindfuck like once or twice. So,
yeah,
like, who's to say what's really real at this point?
Right.
She thought she was shot. He thought he was shot. He thinks his dad. He sees his dad. Who knows what's happening right now? His dad was just underground. Where did he even come from?
Behind the wall when they moved that rock and they looked, but then
they moved the rock and he came out of the ground somewhere else.
Yeah, like in the nick of time.
Mario?
They just happened to know he just was gonna come out right there in that part of the grass in the yard.
I'm not buying it. That's too convenient for this house that's not theirs. That everything else has been perfectly planned.
My God, yeah.
What?
Yeah, it's this episode was really crazy.
And then the bullshit part is Tick don't even want to see his damn daddy. Not like that. Not even really.
Yeah,
and he was sad to see his uncle. I'm sad to see his uncle.
I am too, because his uncle was like a father to him. Not to mention he has a family at home. So he has a daughter and a wife. So it's sad to lose him, especially on episode 2.
Right. Well,
We're only episode 2, and he dies episode 2.
He was a crucial member. Of
He
the
was.
team.
He was, because he was a reader, and you need that old soul to guide you.
Right.
At least a little bit, and then not to mention he didn't even die with the monsters. How does he die with the bullet wound?
Right. The fake bullet.
Okay.
All right. So the next thing was, like I was talking about earlier, was that seance that they were doing.
Wait, before the seance, we're jumping the gun again. What about it introducing maybe that Uncle George was Tick's dad?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. He's probably a real person. Then I was saying that the dad might be fake. Yeah, he did say that.
Oh, you thought the dad was fake?
Well, yeah, because he just came out of the ground. Like, what the fuck is that, nigga? We came here looking for you, and you're just in the ground
with shackles on.
That was released by a stone in the wall. So, all right.
Oh god! And that was opened by a knife when they were in the car. She nigger rigged it with a knife.
Yeah, she did.
Jimmy, whatever.
Fucking so. What? So, I mean, there's no reason to talk about it now. There's no reason for the dad to bring it up. There's no reason to even speak on it now, unless the dad decides like.
But why on his dying deathbed would they even introduce that might not be his son, and that he gave that up a long time ago? I know we decided not to talk about it, but you all take God now.
Well, then that means that whatever Tick is supposed to be receiving, if he's not that dude's son, if Tick has a younger brother, then that younger brother is supposed to be receiving whatever Tick is receiving. But
Tick is the son of sons.
I know, but that would make him not. He would be somebody else's son. If he was the son of sons, he would be that dude's son in a direct line.
Well, see, that's what's confusing about it, because
I guess not, because if you were still this guy's son, and you guys still would have the same grandfather, no matter whose son you were. I don't know.
Yeah, it's very confusing.
Jordan Peele likes to be purposely misleading. Yeah. But it all comes back to a head in the end, so I trust it.
Yeah, I definitely trust it. Yeah, definitely. It's just the mind fuck of it, and it make you think, right? It make you think, and then I don't understand him giving himself away, and I don't understand the ritual. Okay, so that's what we can talk about the ritual. That was my last part. I didn't understand the ritual.
The ritual, he was supposed to be opening to the gate to Eden, but really all he really did was see his ancestor, which I thought he was dying when he saw her, and then I thought that she was coming to life. And then I thought that she was gonna burn him. Yeah, I thought she was the reason the house was collapsing.
Yeah, no, I didn't think that she was burning him.
What was the purpose for everybody to make it out of the house just for the uncle to die in the car?
Yeah, that too.
He could have just laid down in the bed and been like, "Nah, I'm too weak to make it."
Yeah. He said he was gonna bleed out, but I didn't think that she was burning down the house. I definitely thought that she was leading him out, because she didn't leave she was like trapped at the door. And then he ran straight through her, but I didn't think that she was the cause of the house burning. But I wonder who she was, because he saw her during that ritual. Like, he saw her in the, far distance in the light. Like, what was that?
Yeah. I don't know. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know if it was his ancestor. I don't know if it was that slave that they said that burned down the house that first time.
Right.
I'm sure it was that person, because why would there be fire around her, encasing her while she ran through the corridor? So.
Right.
But.
Yeah, definitely.
And I think that the secret Easter egg, because, there's always a Jordan Peele Easter egg. I think there's some correlation between that ritual and that poem of Whitey on the Moon. I think that there's something, because there has to be something symbolic about that, because it was a weird time to play Whitey on the Moon while that was happening, So I think that there was something that needs to be read into. So if anybody can find some Easter eggs on somebody else's channel, let us know in the comments or anything like that.
Right. Not to mention that was the name of the episode.
Yeah, and that was the name of the whole episode.
Whitey on the Moon.
So
I probably should have led with that, but whatever.
Yeah, it's cool. It's episode 2, Whitey on the Moon. But other than that, was there any other points that you wanted to touch?
Nope, I touched everything. I'm excited for episode 3. I'm eager to see what happens now that Uncle
Somebody needs to resurrect Aunt.
Yeah, Unc can come back.
Hashtag resurrect Unc in the comments.
Right.
Man,
Right.
for real, man.
Hashtag
They bogus.
resurrect Unc.
They bogus.
Yeah, I really, really enjoy Unc. He was a great asset to the team.
Yeah.
So, but I'm ready for episode 3 though. That sucks. We gotta wait a week. Oh, I don't want to wait a week.
I know. Well, thank you again for coming to our channel.
Yes.
We're gonna get up out of here. We'll see you guys next week with the review. Try to get up there earlier. Take care.